Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this old school Mattel DC Superheroes Batman figure. Now this is DC Superheroes, which predates DC Universe Classics back in the 2000s. I just picked this guy up, wanted to show you what it looks like here in the package. And spin it around there, take a look at the back. Old school card with a nice bubble blister there on the front. Looks great. But let's ask ourselves the question as we go through this review, is it still worth it to pick this guy up today? All right, so we've got him out of the package here. He does come with a few things in the package. You do see that we do have an issue of Detective Comics there in the back. It's unnumbered, made specifically for this pack-in. He also comes with a grapple gun and a pair of bat cuffs, along with having a batarang there that you can see comes in his hand. So we've got the figure here, and the sculpt looks beautiful. It looks absolutely great. We've got a nice wash on there. Paintwork looks really, really good. Love the detailing there on the belt and all in the musculature. Head sculpt looks fantastic. This is a really, really nice sculpt. I don't know if this is one of the early Four Horsemen sculpts, or if this is something else, but really, really nice job on the paintwork and the sculpt there. Now, far as articulation goes, look, this is an older figure, so it is not the greatest articulation, all right? We have single jointed knees, single jointed elbows. You do have bicep swivels there, no thigh swivels, and we do have these kind of old school hips that just go back and forth, and that's it. Nothing there. And then same thing with the ankles, just a rocker on there, back and forth, nothing else there. We do have kind of the ball joint shoulders there, and his head does have a swivel, and that is it. There's no up or down or anything like that. And then he has these horrible wrist joints that just have a hinge right there and nothing else. So sculpt and paint look absolutely amazing. I love the way this guy looks, but as far as articulation goes, pretty old and antiquated. So for some comparisons, here we have him with the DC Universe Classics Batman, and here we have him with a DC Icons Batman, and here we have him with the new McFarlane reissue of the DC Direct Batman, the Animated Series Batman, and here we have him with the Mattel DC Multiverse Red Robin. And just for a scale comparison here, we have a 7-inch scale McFarlane Nightfall Batman. Of course, this is the SDCC exclusive. So now the question is, of course, is it worth it? Now, I picked this guy up for about 25 bucks. I think I paid 21 something on eBay for him, and then about $4 or $5 for shipping. At that price, it's right around the $25 mark for, picking this guy up, which is right in line with pretty much everything else nowadays, whether that be, McFarlane stuff, Hasbro stuff, whatever it is, around that $25 mark. So pretty standard pricing to pick this guy up. Sometimes it goes for a little more, sometimes a little less, but all in all, pretty standard stuff. Is it worth it at that price? I think yes, it definitely is. Look, it is an older figure, and there are downsides to this guy. No interchangeable hands, older articulation. I get that. I get the downsides. And certainly if you are a 7-inch scale McFarlane collector, this is not going to fit in with your collection. However, on the 6-inch scale side of things, I think the sculpt and the paint and just the great classic look of this guy right here more than makes up for the lack of articulation that you've got with him. This is just a gorgeous looking figure. So if you are in that 6-inch scale collection range, I'd say this is definitely worth it, especially at the price, because again, it's not costing you any more than any other figure that you can go pick up at retail at Target or Amazon or Walmart or wherever else. And while it lacks articulation, it still looks really, really good on a display. So at that point, I definitely think it is worth it, and certainly I do think it's worth it for me. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.